In the heart of the Galactic Council chambers, murmurs of disbelief echoed among the assembled delegates. The topic of discussion: reports of an enigmatic warship lurking on the edges of known space, its origins and capabilities shrouded in mystery. As the counselors exchanged uneasy glances, one fact became increasingly clear. This warship was unlike any other they had encountered before. Among the counselors sat Ambassador Joran, a seasoned diplomat known for his level-headed approach to interstellar affairs. His brow furrowed in contemplation as he listened to the whispers swirling around him. It was time to unravel this perplexing enigma. Rising to his feet, Ambassador Joran addressed the council with a calm yet determined voice. "Esteemed members of the Galactic Council," he began, "it has come to our attention that a new player has emerged in the cosmic theater, a warship of unknown origin and unprecedented power." The council chamber fell silent as Joran continued, painting a vivid picture of the rumors and speculations surrounding the mysterious vessel. Some whispered tales of advanced weaponry capable of decimating entire fleets with ease, while others spoke of cloaking technology that rendered the warship virtually undetectable. As Joran spoke, the tension in the room grew palpable. The counselors exchanged nervous glances, grappling with the implications of this newfound threat. For centuries, the balance of power among the stars had remained relatively stable, but the emergence of this formidable warship threatened to disrupt the delicate equilibrium. Amidst the uncertainty, one question lingered in the minds of all present: who could possibly be behind this audacious display of military might? Joran's words hung heavy in the air as the counselors deliberated their next course of action. Some advocated for a cautious approach, urging patience and restraint until more information could be gathered. Others, however, argued for swift and decisive action, fearing the potential consequences of allowing such a powerful adversary to roam unchecked. In the end, the council reached a consensus. They would dispatch a team of envoys to investigate the mysterious warship firsthand. Their mission: to uncover the truth behind its origins and capabilities, and to determine whether it posed a threat to the stability of the galaxy. As the counselors filed out of the chamber, their minds abuzz with anticipation and apprehension, Joran remained behind, deep in thought. He knew that the journey ahead would be fraught with danger and uncertainty, but he also understood the importance of confronting this new threat head-on. With resolve hardening in his heart, Ambassador Joran vowed to uncover the secrets of the mysterious warship and to safeguard the future of the galaxy. Little did he know that the answers he sought would lead him down a path of discovery unlike any other, where the line between friend and foe blurred and the fate of the cosmos hung in the balance. In the hushed halls of the Galactic Council, an air of tension hung thick as delegates from myriad species gathered to address the pressing issue at hand: the enigmatic warship that had appeared on the fringes of known space. Among them sat Counselor Tessa, a respected figure known for her measured approach to matters of interstellar diplomacy. As she observed the anxious murmurs rippling through the assembly, she knew that decisive action was needed to address this looming threat. With a solemn nod from the presiding chair being the signal to commence, Counselor Tessa rose to address her esteemed colleagues. Her voice, steady and resolute, cut through the tense atmosphere like a beacon of clarity amidst the storm of uncertainty. "Fellow members of the Galactic Council," she began, her words carrying the weight of the galaxy's collective concern, "we find ourselves faced with a situation of unprecedented gravity. Reports have reached our ears of a warship of unknown origin, lurking ominously at the outer reaches of our domain." As she spoke, Counselor Tessa could feel the gravity of the situation settling upon the chamber like a heavy cloak. The counselors exchanged uneasy glances, their minds racing with questions and fears about the nature of this mysterious vessel and the intentions of those who commanded it. "We must act swiftly and decisively," Counselor Tessa continued, her tone firm but tempered with a hint of urgency. "The emergence of this warship poses a threat not only to our collective security, but to the delicate balance of power that has long sustained peace among the stars." As her words echoed through the chamber, a chorus of voices rose in agreement. The counselors knew that they could not afford to ignore this threat, nor could they allow fear to paralyze them in the face of the unknown. Yet, even as they deliberated their next course of action, dissenting voices began to emerge. Some counselors argued for caution, advocating for further investigation before committing to any course of action. Others, however, urged immediate action, fearing the consequences of allowing such a potent weapon to remain unchecked. The debate raged on, each counselor passionately defending their stance as they grappled with the weighty decision before them. Counselor Tessa listened intently, her mind racing as she weighed the merits of each argument. In the end, however, one truth remained clear. The galaxy stood on the brink of uncertainty, and decisive action was needed to secure its future. With a resolute nod, Counselor Tessa addressed her fellow counselors once more. "We cannot afford to delay," she declared, her voice ringing with conviction. "We must send a team of envoys to investigate this warship, to uncover the truth behind its origins and capabilities. Only then can we determine the appropriate course of action to safeguard the galaxy." As the counselors nodded in solemn agreement, Counselor Tessa felt a sense of determination wash over her. The path ahead would be fraught with peril and uncertainty, but she knew that the Galactic Council stood united in its resolve to confront this new threat head-on. With a collective sense of purpose driving them forward, the counselors prepared to embark on a journey into the unknown, knowing that the fate of the galaxy hung in the balance. Little did they know that their quest for answers would lead them down a path of discovery that would forever alter the course of history among the stars. In the sprawling expanse of the Galactic Council's headquarters, whispers of uncertainty filled the air as envoys from across the cosmos gathered to address the enigma of the mysterious warship. Among them was Ambassador Kira, a seasoned diplomat known for her keen intellect and unwavering determination. As she listened to the deliberations unfolding around her, she felt a sense of urgency prickling at the edges of her consciousness. It was clear that answers were needed, and they were needed swiftly. With a sense of purpose driving her forward, Ambassador Kira rose to address the assembly. Her voice, calm yet authoritative, cut through the murmurs of speculation like a beacon of clarity amidst the sea of uncertainty. "My esteemed colleagues," she began, her words carrying the weight of the galaxy's collective concern, "we find ourselves faced with a mystery of unprecedented magnitude. The emergence of this enigmatic warship demands our immediate attention and scrutiny." As she spoke, Ambassador Kira could feel the weight of the counselors' gaze upon her, their eyes alight with curiosity and apprehension. It was clear that they shared her determination to uncover the truth behind this perplexing anomaly. "We cannot afford to remain idle in the face of such uncertainty," Ambassador Kira continued, her tone firm and unwavering. "We must take decisive action to investigate this warship, to ascertain its origins and capabilities, and to determine whether it poses a threat to the stability of the galaxy." Her words resonated throughout the chamber, stirring a sense of purpose among the assembled envoys. It was clear that they were united in their resolve to seek answers and confront this new challenge head-on. With a nod of agreement from the presiding chair, Ambassador Kira outlined a plan of action. Teams of envoys would be dispatched to gather intelligence on the mysterious warship, utilizing every resource at their disposal to unravel the secrets of its existence. As the envoys prepared to embark on their mission, a palpable sense of anticipation filled the air. They knew that the journey ahead would be fraught with uncertainty and danger, but they were undeterred in their quest for answers. Setting out into the vast unknown of space, the envoys encountered a myriad of challenges and obstacles along the way. From navigating treacherous asteroid fields to decoding encrypted transmissions, they faced each trial with courage and determination. Yet, despite their best efforts, the envoys found themselves no closer to unraveling the mystery of the mysterious warship. Its origins remained shrouded in secrecy, its capabilities veiled in shadow. Undeterred by setbacks, Ambassador Kira and her fellow envoys pressed on, their resolve unyielding in the face of adversity. They knew that the fate of the galaxy hung in the balance, and they were determined to uncover the truth no matter the cost. Finally, after weeks of tireless investigation, a breakthrough was achieved. Through a stroke of luck and perseverance, the envoys stumbled upon a hidden cache of data that shed light on the origins of the mysterious warship. With newfound clarity, Ambassador Kira and her colleagues raced back to the Galactic Council, their hearts pounding with excitement and anticipation. They knew that the answers they had uncovered would reshape the course of history among the stars. As they presented their findings to the counselors, a sense of awe and disbelief washed over the assembly. The truth was finally revealed. The mysterious warship was not a weapon of conquest, but a vessel of exploration, piloted by a courageous crew of intrepid adventurers. With this revelation, the tension that had gripped the Galactic Council dissipated, replaced by a sense of wonder and possibility. The mystery of the warship had been solved, and in its place stood a beacon of hope for the future of the galaxy. In the bustling corridors of the Galactic Council, a sense of anticipation hung heavy in the air as representatives from across the cosmos awaited humanity's response to the revelation of their mysterious warship. Among them was Ambassador Lyra, a stalwart advocate for interstellar cooperation and understanding. As she observed the tense atmosphere, she knew that humanity's next move would shape the future of relations among the stars. With a solemn nod from the presiding chair, Ambassador Lyra rose to address the assembly. Her voice, calm and measured, carried the weight of humanity's collective response. "My esteemed colleagues," she began, her words resonating with clarity and purpose, "we stand at a crossroads in our journey among the stars. The emergence of our warship has sparked uncertainty and speculation, but let it be known that humanity's intentions are clear. We seek peace, not conflict." As she spoke, Ambassador Lyra could feel the eyes of the galaxy upon her, their gazes filled with curiosity and apprehension. It was clear that they awaited humanity's response with bated breath, eager to see how they would navigate this delicate diplomatic dance. "We extend an olive branch to our fellow members of the Galactic Council," Ambassador Lyra continued, her tone unwavering in its sincerity. "We invite you to engage in open dialogue and cooperation, to forge bonds of friendship and mutual respect that will endure for generations to come." Her words struck a chord with the assembly, stirring a sense of hope and optimism among the assembled representatives. It was clear that humanity's commitment to peace and diplomacy resonated deeply with those gathered, offering a glimmer of hope in an uncertain galaxy. As the envoys from across the cosmos exchanged nods of agreement, a sense of unity pervaded the chamber. It was clear that they were united in their desire to chart a course towards a brighter future, one defined by cooperation and understanding rather than conflict and division. In the days that followed, humanity's response reverberated throughout the galaxy, sparking a wave of renewed optimism and goodwill among the various species and civilizations. Diplomatic channels were opened, trade agreements were negotiated, and cultural exchanges flourished as the galaxy embraced a new era of cooperation and collaboration. Yet even as humanity extended the hand of friendship to their fellow members of the Galactic Council, they remained vigilant in their defense of the galaxy. The mysterious warship, now revealed to be a vessel of exploration rather than conquest, continued its mission of discovery, forging new alliances and exploring uncharted territories with a sense of wonder and curiosity. As Ambassador Lyra watched humanity's response unfold, she felt a swell of pride and optimism in her heart. It was clear that they had chosen the path of peace and cooperation, paving the way for a brighter future for all who called the galaxy home. And so, as the stars shone brightly overhead, humanity's response echoed throughout the cosmos, a beacon of hope and unity in a vast and wondrous universe. In the Grand Assembly Hall of the Galactic Council, tension crackled like static electricity in the air. Councillor Tarek, known for his keen intellect and thoughtful deliberations, surveyed the scene with furrowed brows. The matter at hand was weighty indeed. The enigmatic warship that had emerged on the fringes of known space had thrust the Council into a dilemma of unprecedented proportions. As Councillor Tarek rose to address his esteemed colleagues, his voice carried a weighty tone that mirrored the gravity of the situation. "Esteemed members of the Galactic Council," he began, his words measured and deliberate. "We find ourselves confronted with a dilemma of utmost importance. The emergence of the mysterious warship has left us with a choice that will shape the future of our galaxy." The counselors listened intently, their expressions a mix of concern and curiosity. They knew that the decision they were about to make would have far-reaching consequences, and they were eager to hear Counselor Tarek's insights on the matter. "Our dilemma lies in the uncertainty surrounding the intentions of the warship's creators," Counselor Tarek continued, his gaze sweeping across the assembly. "While some among us fear the potential threat it poses to our collective security, others advocate for caution and restraint, urging us to seek peaceful dialogue and cooperation." As he spoke, Counselor Tarek could feel the weight of the counselors' gaze upon him, their eyes alight with anticipation. It was clear that they looked to him for guidance in navigating this treacherous moral quandary. "Our challenge," Counselor Tarek continued, his voice steady despite the turmoil raging within him, "lies in finding a balance between safeguarding our interests and upholding the principles of peace and diplomacy that have long defined our civilization." The counselors exchanged uneasy glances, grappling with the complexity of the decision before them. It was clear that they were torn between their duty to protect the galaxy and their desire to avoid escalating tensions with an unknown adversary. As the debate raged on, Counselor Tarek listened intently to the arguments presented by his colleagues. Some advocated for a show of force, urging the Council to mobilize its fleets and confront the warship head-on. Others, however, argued for a more cautious approach, advocating for diplomatic overtures and peaceful dialogue. In the midst of the heated debate, Counselor Tarek found himself torn between conflicting loyalties. On one hand, he understood the need to protect the galaxy from potential threats. On the other, he feared the consequences of escalating tensions and plunging the galaxy into conflict. As the hours passed and the debate showed no signs of abating, Counselor Tarek felt a sense of weariness settle over him. The weight of the Council's decision hung heavy on his shoulders, and he knew that whatever path they chose would have profound implications for the future of the galaxy. In the end, after much deliberation and soul-searching, the counselors reached a tentative consensus. They would extend an offer of peaceful dialogue to the creators of the mysterious warship, seeking to understand their intentions and forge a path towards mutual understanding and cooperation. As Counselor Tarek watched the decision unfold, he felt a sense of relief wash over him. While the dilemma had been a difficult one to navigate, he was heartened by the Council's commitment to diplomacy and peace. Perhaps, he thought, there was hope yet for the future of the galaxy. In the heart of the galaxy, amidst the swirling nebula and glittering stars, a new chapter was about to unfold. On the bustling world of Terra Prime, humanity's home among the stars, excitement buzzed in the air like electricity. For on this day, history would be made, and the fate of the galaxy would be forever altered. In the sprawling metropolis of New Earth City, crowds gathered in the streets, their faces turned towards the sky in anticipation. Among them was Sarah, a young woman whose eyes sparkled with excitement as she awaited the arrival of the enigmatic visitors from beyond the stars. As Sarah stood amidst the throng of spectators, her heart pounded with anticipation. It had been weeks since humanity had extended an offer of peaceful dialogue to the creators of the mysterious warship, and now, finally, their response was about to arrive. Suddenly, a hush fell over the crowd as a shimmering vessel descended from the heavens, its sleek contours gleaming in the sunlight. The air crackled with anticipation as the vessel touched down in the heart of the city, its arrival heralding a new era of interstellar cooperation and understanding. As the doors of the vessel slid open, Sarah held her breath, her eyes widening in awe as a delegation of alien emissaries stepped forth. They were unlike anything she had ever seen before, their forms graceful and otherworldly, their faces adorned with intricate patterns and markings. Among them was Ambassador Thalos, a towering figure whose presence commanded respect and reverence. As he stepped forward to address the gathered crowd, his voice rang out like a bell, filling the air with a sense of solemnity and purpose. "People of Terra Prime," Ambassador Thelos began, his voice resonating with power and authority. "We come to you as friends and allies, seekers of peace and understanding in a vast and wondrous universe." As he spoke, Sarah felt a swell of emotion welling up inside her. It was a moment she would never forget, a turning point in the history of humanity and the galaxy at large. "We have heard your call for dialogue and cooperation," Ambassador Thelos continued, his words echoing through the streets of New Earth City, "and we stand ready to embark on a journey of mutual discovery and exploration, to forge bonds of friendship that will endure for generations to come." As the crowd erupted into cheers and applause, Sarah felt a sense of pride and optimism wash over her. It was a moment of unity and solidarity, a testament to the power of diplomacy and cooperation in the face of uncertainty and adversity. In the days that followed, humanity and their newfound allies embarked on a journey of discovery and exploration, venturing into the farthest reaches of the galaxy in search of knowledge and understanding. Together, they charted new worlds, forged new alliances, and laid the groundwork for a future of peace and prosperity among the stars. As Sarah looked up at the night sky, her heart filled with hope and wonder. For in the vast expanse of the cosmos, she saw not only the promise of a brighter future, but the boundless potential of humanity and all those who called the galaxy home. And so, as the stars twinkled overhead, humanity embarked on a new chapter in their journey among the stars, guided by the principles of cooperation, understanding, and unity. For in the end, it was not the mysteries of the universe that defined them, but the courage and compassion with which they faced them. In the quiet solitude of the Galactic Council's chambers, a sense of anticipation hung heavy in the air. Counselor Aria, known for her unwavering commitment to diplomacy and understanding, sat at the center of the room, her gaze fixed on the viewscreen before her. Today marked a momentous occasion, the culmination of weeks of dialogue and negotiation between humanity and their newfound allies. As Counselor Aria watched the images flickering across the viewscreen, her heart swelled with pride and optimism. For on this day, the dawn of understanding had finally arrived, heralding a new era of cooperation and harmony among the diverse civilizations of the galaxy. It had been a long and arduous journey, fraught with challenges and obstacles at every turn. Yet through perseverance and determination, humanity and their allies had overcome adversity and forged bonds of friendship that would endure for generations to come. As the images on the viewscreen shifted, Counselor Aria reflected on the pivotal role that diplomacy had played in bringing about this momentous occasion. It had been a journey marked by moments of tension and uncertainty, yet through open dialogue and mutual respect, the various factions of the galaxy had found common ground and forged a path towards understanding. "We stand on the brink of a new chapter in the history of the galaxy," Counselor Aria thought to herself, her heart swelling with pride at the thought of the countless lives that would be touched by the dawn of understanding. As she watched the images on the viewscreen, Counselor Aria felt a sense of awe wash over her, for before her eyes, she saw the diverse civilizations of the galaxy coming together in a spirit of unity and cooperation, setting aside their differences and embracing the shared values that bound them as one. From the bustling metropolises of Terra Prime to the ancient citadels of the Valorians, from the serene homeworlds of the Nalorians to the nomadic colonies of the Drifters, every corner of the galaxy was represented in this historic moment of unity and understanding. As Counselor Aria listened to the voices of the galaxy's leaders echoing through the chamber, she felt a sense of hope wash over her. For in their words, she heard the promise of a future where cooperation and understanding prevailed over conflict and division, where the bonds of friendship transcended the boundaries of race, creed, and culture. "We have traveled far and faced many challenges along the way," Counselor Aria thought to herself, her heart swelling with pride at the thought of the countless lives that would be touched by the dawn of understanding. "But through it all, we have remained steadfast in our commitment to peace and cooperation, and today that commitment has borne fruit." As the voices of the galaxy's leaders faded into the background, Counselor Area rose to address the assembly, her voice ringing out with clarity and conviction. "My fellow counselors, esteemed leaders of the galaxy," she began, her words carrying the weight of history and the promise of a brighter future. "Today marks a momentous occasion, the dawn of understanding among the diverse civilizations of our galaxy." As she spoke, Counselor Area could feel the eyes of the galaxy upon her, their gazes filled with hope and optimism. It was clear that they looked to her for guidance in navigating this historic moment, and she was determined to rise to the occasion. In the days and weeks to come, let us redouble our efforts to foster cooperation and understanding among all the peoples of the galaxy, Counselor Area continued, her voice resonating with power and authority. "For it is only through unity and cooperation that we can overcome the challenges that lie ahead and build a future worthy of our shared hopes and aspirations." As the assembly erupted into applause, Counselor Area felt a sense of pride wash over her. For in this moment, she knew that the galaxy had taken a bold step forward towards a future of peace and prosperity, guided by the principles of cooperation, understanding, and unity. And as she looked out upon the faces of her fellow counselors and the leaders of the galaxy, she felt a sense of hope and optimism for the journey that lay ahead.